Right now, we take you live to Camp Randall as Badger fans prepare for the first football game of the season. Also, fall is fast approaching, which means it's time to head back to the classroom. We'll show you some upgraded facilities in Madison schools. Welcome to News 3 Now. Thanks so much for joining us. We start with Wisconsin's football season opener just hours away now. At 8 o'clock tonight, the Badgers kick off against Western Michigan at Camp Randall. We have team coverage this evening to bring you the latest as Madison is back in football season. Sports director Zach Hanley is inside Camp Randall preparing for the start of the game. And reporter Tanasia Shaw is live at a tailgate near the stadium. Tanasia, stadium doors open pretty soon, don't they?
Yes, they open in about half an hour, less than half an hour actually. So right now, let me show you. I'm right on Regent Street. Camp Randall is right there. There's a ton of people outside. You can see the red and white everywhere. Whole bunch of tailgaters, a whole bunch of Wisconsin pride. Now, there's a lot that you should know before you head to Camp Randall, and we have you covered. So first of all, there will be more temporary bathrooms. So it's more time that you can watch your favorite players on the field. Now, speaking of that field, it's also leveled and it will be heated. Now, that will come in handy in December if Wisconsin makes the playoffs. Now, I have big news for Wisconsin fans and Wisconsin residents. Camp Randall is now selling alcohol, beer, wine, and seltzers will all be inside, sold at the kiosks. Now, there is a lot to know, but also safety is important. Earlier today, I visited Madison's police department and spoke to them about the ways they plan to keep fans and just the residents of Madison safe throughout the season.
Make sure that if you are going to consume responsibly, stay in a group, make sure you all get home safely. I do remind everyone that there is a city ordinance that does ban having open alcoholic containers on city property. But my biggest thing is if you are going to go out and you are going to consume and you are of age to consume, be out with a group of friends, have a plan to get home.
Now, again, there's a lot going on, and look at this food. There's so much food being sold right now. It smells so amazing. I am hungry. Look at these tailgaters. And these tailgaters actually have a message. You know, the door is open just 30 minutes. The smoke is in my face. Again, y'all, I'm hungry. But, okay, y'all have something to say, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Go Badgers! Yeah. Back to you, Armand.
Yeah, making me hungry, too. Some very excited fans. Tanasia, thank you. And as we just saw, it's a big weekend for those college football fans with everyone's favorite teams back in action. And this new season comes with a few changes. For the first time in the postseason, 12 teams will compete for the national championship, with 4 schools getting a first-round bye in the single elimination tournament. The Big Ten Conference also has a new look, adding 4 powerhouse teams: UCLA, USC, Washington, and Oregon.
That gives the Big Ten 4 top 10 teams, right? So they are immediately relevant because let's be honest, the SEC's kind of ruled the roost.
Yes.
But there's going to be some instant national championship contenders, so we're all excited about that.
Wisconsin takes on 2 of the new faces in the Big Ten this season, USC on September 28th and Oregon on November 16th. And you can catch Big Ten games on WISC-TV all season long, starting tomorrow when Ohio State hosts Akron at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. And we're continuing to follow ongoing developments within the Baraboo Police Department. The department saw 3 officers undergo a criminal activity investigation after it was suspected they were somehow connected to the target of a drug bust. Our Maddie Heimsch has the latest.
There are 2 investigations to be aware of here. The first, an internal investigation within the Baraboo Police Department, and the second, a criminal investigation with the Department of Justice. One of the 3 officers, Derek Birch, resigned amid the investigations. The Baraboo PD found that the other 2, Nick Birch and Mike Pitchler, did not violate criminal law. But the DOJ's investigation is still ongoing.
The background checks of any law enforcement officer, or really anybody in the criminal justice system, are incumbent upon the employing agency.
Baraboo PD held interviews this morning for new officer candidates.
They could be as minimal as trusting what's on the resume and what's on the application, or as detailed as conducting a very thorough background investigation.
Law enforcement consultant Brian Lander says it's hard to find qualified candidates in the industry.
The shortage of law enforcement is very real, and you might find, and I'm not indicating that Baraboo is one of them, but you might find agencies that would just hire somebody that typically they would never hire before, just because they could fill a shift. Any chief or sheriff is in a very difficult situation right now with the shortage of law enforcement.
I spoke with Baraboo Police Chief Rob Sinden today off camera. He couldn't discuss information related to the investigation, but he says he's committed to holding criminals accountable and is ready to move forward as a department. We'll continue to keep you updated on the developing situation right here on News 3 Now and on channel3000.com.
Maddie, thank you. Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington with your first one forecast. How's it going to be for the Badger game tonight?
It's going to be picture perfect for our football game. When we had all that excessive heat and hot and muggy conditions, that's behind us now. We have nice, comfortable temperatures, a little bit on the warm side, but by the time we get to kickoff, temperatures closing in on 70 degrees. End of the game, lower 60s. As has been mentioned for the past 2 days now, you might want to bring a light jacket to the game. It's going to be a gorgeous evening. Not expecting any rainfall as well tonight. Just a few clouds, and the clouds will start to clear out more. Looking forward to a mostly sunny weekend, Labor Day ahead. Highs of 82 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. We'll have a dry cold front come through on Sunday, bringing cooler and less humid conditions that will last into Labor Day itself. It'll be dry all weekend. That front coming through on Sunday. Barely even any clouds likely associated with it. We're down to 74 in Madison, 75 in Janesville, 76 to the north. In Wisconsin Dells still hanging on to 79 in the Wisconsin River Valley near Boscobel. A lot of 74s and 75s. You got a 73 to the east as you head over towards Deerfield in eastern Dane County. Planning the evening here. Temperatures closing in on 70, like I said, at 8 o'clock at kickoff. As we go a little bit further into the night, temperatures going down into the lower 60s by the time we get to the wee hours of Saturday morning, and we end up at 58 to start Saturday. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to let you know when will we get back to the 80s, when we might have lows in the 40s, and when is the next chance of rain.
Alex, thank you. And after years of construction, Madison's high schools now have some new facilities. Our Ellie La Liberté spent the day following the school board to get a look at those new updates.
This is what the Welcome Center at West High School used to look like, and this is it now. It's one of the many changes the high schools here in this district are seeing. Some of the updates at all MMSD high schools include reconfigured spaces to improve accessibility and ADA compliance, added welcome centers, updated learning environments, and updated restrooms and locker rooms. One board member says updates like these are exciting.
It's kind of surreal, to be 100% honest, because I remember looking at sketches, looking at plans, thinking, is this going to work? And suddenly to see all of this is just it's really neat.
Students are also feeling the impact of the changes.
I'm glad that the community chose to invest in something like this because it's going to be, something priceless even. As much money as it took to get it in and get it done, this is something that's going to last for years, for generations.
MMSD officials are hoping the community will vote yes on another referendum that will be on the ballot this November. Reporting in Madison, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Ellie. Tonight at 10, you can hear directly from students, parents, and community members about how they feel on the school upgrades. Well, there's more to come here on News 3 Now at 6. Former President Donald Trump faces backlash from some conservative groups following comments he made about abortion. We take a look at what voters are saying.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
My son Joshua was 18 years old when he was murdered by an illegal alien. He was tortured, strangled to death, and then set on fire. When I hear Kamala Harris making a joke about the border and just laughing it off, it's painful. Kamala Harris was in charge of securing our border, and she's done nothing. If Kamala Harris is elected president, it'll get worse. If it can happen to my family, it can happen to yours.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Drive into summer with a new Honda Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, or the all-new Civic Hybrid. Take a vacation, staycation, or just a weekend drive with the windows down. Whatever you do, make it epic with Honda. The 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall EV and Hybrid Brand. So act now. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
3 for the people. We should all be able to control our own reproductive lives.
I'm tackling the topic of women's reproductive rights and letting you know exactly where the candidates stand on this pivotal issue to help you cast an informed vote on Election Day, Tuesday at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
With only 67 days until the election, the presidential nominees are honing their messages, both sides hoping to gain support among women on some of the country's hot button issues. Natalie Brand is in Washington with the details.
Former President Donald Trump is in western Pennsylvania working to boost his base in the battleground state.
Somebody said women don't like Donald Trump.
Part of his mission is to shore up support from women on issues including IVF and abortion.
With victory this fall, we will enact this pro-family agenda, and we will bring back the American dream, bigger, better, and stronger than ever before.
He's also facing backlash from some conservative groups about his comments Thursday suggesting Florida's 6-week abortion ban is too restrictive.
They attack him on that he did away with abortion. No, he did not do away with abortion. He sent it back to the states where it should be.
Friday evening, Trump speaks to the conservative group Moms for Liberty, where parental rights are a top concern.
The fact that parents have the fundamental right for complete upbringing of their children, and that big tech, big government overreach is trying to take that away from parents every day.
Vice President Kamala Harris is looking to lock in her sizable lead among female voters. And next week, her campaign launches a reproductive freedom bus tour, making more than 50 stops till Election Day. In her first major interview as a presidential candidate, Harris was asked about some of her policy shifts, including on fracking.
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020, that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
Harris campaigns in Pittsburgh on Labor Day with President Biden, where energy issues are top of mind. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The Producer Price Index, a key inflation gauge, showed price hikes slowed in July. The index is a key inflation gauge measuring average price changes seen by producers and manufacturers. The federal government reports the PPI was up 2.2% for the 12 months ending in July. That's a significant pullback from the 2.7% increase registered in June. The Producer Price Index serves as a potential bellwether for retail-level inflation in the months ahead. The California legislature has passed a measure to ban 6 common chemicals from foods served in the state's public schools. Lawmakers passed a bill on Thursday with bipartisan support. It would ban 6 different food dyes frequently found in cereals, ice creams, candy, and other snack foods. Consumer Reports and the nonprofit Environmental Working Group co-sponsored the bill after a 2021 study suggested these chemicals can harm children by reducing attention spans and increasing behavioral problems. Governor Gavin Newsom has until September 30th to sign the legislation into law, which, if passed, could take effect on December 31st of 2027. It would make California the first to enact such a ban. The FDA gave the green light to an updated COVID-19 vaccine from Novavax Friday. The FDA authorized the protein-based vaccine for use in people ages 12 and older. Novavax says doses could be available by the end of next week. Earlier this summer, the CDC recommended everyone over 6 months old receive both an updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot this year. The FDA authorized updated mRNA-based vaccines from Moderna and Pfizer last week. In the Middle East, Israel and Hamas have agreed to a pause in fighting in parts of Gaza so hundreds of thousands of children can be immunized for polio. An Israeli official confirms the pauses will last 7 hours over 3 days, starting September 1st in central Gaza, then to the north and the south. Hamas says it welcomes the UN request for a humanitarian pause, and they're ready to cooperate to ensure security for the vaccination campaign. Meanwhile, the biggest Israeli offensive in the West Bank in years appears to be continuing, with Jordan now accusing Israel of committing war crimes. Israeli forces have killed at least 16 people in 48 hours, according to health officials. Israel says 16 were militants. Palestinian militant groups said just 8 of their fighters had been killed. Israel says it is targeting militant groups who have mounted dozens of attacks against its soldiers and civilians. In the Palestinian city of Tulkarem, Israel killed one man it says was behind some of those attacks, Muhammad Jabber, an Islamic Jihad commander. But the victims of Israel's raids are also children, like 15-year-old Osama, who tried to leave his home to buy bread.
I took 2 steps and they started firing at me. 2 rounds of gunfire. 1 bullet came here and 1 bullet came here.
He now faces a long recovery and a life trapped in this seemingly endless cycle of violence. We'll be right back with a complete check of your First One forecast right after this.
It never should have happened. The Waukesha Christmas Parade attack. 6 Wisconsinites mowed down by Darrell Brooks. Just days earlier, Brooks was arrested for trying to run over his girlfriend with the very same car. But Brooks was released on $1,000 bail. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted against increased funding for pretrial detention of violent criminals, making it easier for criminals like Darrell Brooks to terrorize our communities. Tell Senator Baldwin, violent criminals belong behind bars.
Your bedroom should be an oasis of relaxation, but also a space to re-energize for the day ahead. BDI has reinvented what bedroom furniture can be. The Link Bedroom Collection is designed for today's connected lifestyle, offering innovative features that astound at every turn. And it's on sale now through September 9th. See Link at the Century House on University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com. Visit today and create the bedroom of your dreams.
It's Hy-Vee's Labor Day Grill Out Sale this Friday through Monday. Fresh ground beef, just $2.99 a pound. Mouth-watering New York strips, just $5.88. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $3.48. Party-size Frito-Lay snacks, queso or salsa, just $3.98. Juicy, whole, seedless watermelon, just $2.99 each. And Hy-Vee hamburger or hot dog buns, just $1. Save in-store and online. Friday through Monday, only at Hy-Vee.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this Labor Day for only $14.95 plus free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
She'll do it with new ideas to make middle-class life more affordable. New caps on the price of medicine, new investments in clean energy to bring down costs for families. And while Trump will cut taxes for the super rich, she'll cut taxes for the rest of us. A stronger middle class, a future we can afford. LCB Victory Fund and FFPAC are responsible for the content of this.
Last night we were tracking thunderstorms, and now the forecast is really all about the temperatures. Staying warm through Saturday. Little wind is going to build in on Sunday from the north. That breeze is going to bring in cooler temperatures, and those cool to mild temperatures will stick around for Labor Day. Right now in Madison, beautiful skies out there starting to clear out. Those clouds I mentioned yesterday would struggle some to clear, and they have throughout the day today. Temperature 74 degrees. The wind's calm out there right now. Dew point, that's a measure of moisture when it's close to 60. Feel just a little bit of humidity in the air, but not as much humidity as we've been experiencing the past couple of days. Let's plan the evening. We have that 72 degrees to 74 right now. By the time the Badger game kicks off, temperatures right around 70 degrees, and as we head towards the end of the game, temperatures in the middle 60s. So if you're still heading downtown, I would consider maybe taking a light jacket with you. As we fast forward here into the Labor Day weekend, Saturday, 82 degrees. That's the summer-like portion of our Labor Day weekend. Then we cool down, as I mentioned, Sunday going on into Monday, mid-70s. So a warm start, a dry weekend, cooler by the time we get to Labor Day, and the humidity will be refreshing as well. Let's do a little bit of history here with our temperatures. Let's go back a couple of weeks to Saturday, August 17th. Temperatures were right around 80 degrees. Then we took a dip and we went below normal, almost 10 degrees below normal by the time we got to Tuesday, August 20th. And in our more recent memory, we all recall the very hot, humid conditions just a couple of days ago on Monday, the 26th, where we got all the way up to 94 degrees with those heat index values well into the 100s. As we go out further into the next 10 days, a little roller coaster here. 82 on Saturday, dipping down. There's those cooler temperatures Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's the cool period. I had mentioned in first weather. When will we get back up to 80? That's Wednesday and Thursday. Then the temperatures drop again. You might be wondering, why will they drop? Well, we have a weather system in the forecast. Thursday, after we get past Labor Day, we warm back up. Thunderstorm chances, that's our next chance of rain. Thursday, going into Thursday night, 40% coverage right now. So it's a chance that that cold front then will transition us to those cooler temperatures as we head into the following weekend. And we just had some plentiful rainfall across much of southern Wisconsin. We really needed those drops with amounts ranging anywhere from a ½ inch to right around an inch. Called home and arena, we got 9/10. So definitely some needed rain across southern Wisconsin. We even had some areas to the north and west of Madison, up towards Viroqua, over towards the Mississippi River that approached nearly 3 inches of water. And that's what we were forecasting too. We thought Madison and points to the west and northwest would have the heavier amounts. Areas to the south and east of Madison would have the lesser amounts. But again, we have that next chance of rain come next Thursday. We got a lot of viewer photos we'd like to show as well. Just go to channel3000.com/weather and click the post your own button. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I was robbed. They tried to run me over with a getaway car. He almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured my skull.
Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer, arrested twice before, but released by San Francisco DA Kamala Harris.
If Kamala Harris hadn't let him out, this never would have happened to me.
Kamala put violent illegals, convicted felons, back on the streets.
Kamala just doesn't care about protecting people like me.
Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Nobody wants to replace the roof. But these days, many roofs are only lasting 10 to 15 years, costing you tens of thousands of dollars. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. RoofMax treatments, started early enough, can extend the life of your roof by 15 years or more. And even if you think your roof is at the end of its life, 90% of the time, RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. So give us a call and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
Did you know how you feel can be affected by the bacteria in your gut? Try New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. With a delicious apple and blueberry-flavored fruit center and yogurt coating, each bite is infused with added probiotics to help promote a healthy digestive system every day. Plus, they're packaged in individually wrapped pouches for daily digestive support on the go. Look for New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites online and in the digestive care aisle of your local retailer. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
We would never hit 12 drunk. Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. I was 27 years old, and the doctor told me I have MS. You quickly realize what's the most important things in life: family, friendships, love, helping other people. It makes you much more empathetic and compassionate to those that are struggling and suffering. I wanted to achieve my goals and dreams, but I wanted to take my resources and save as many children as I possibly could.
Well, the wait
is over. Wisconsin football is officially back. In a little under 2 hours, the Badgers will kick off their season, one that on paper is a bit of a gauntlet with 3 top 10 teams coming to Camp Randall. Well, speaking of that home turf, for a couple of guys tonight is a long time coming, starting with center Jake Renfro, who will be making his home debut after being hurt last season, and junior wideout Vinny Anthony, who saw some action last year. He's expected to have a bigger role this season. So tonight to them feels like Christmas Day.
It means the world to me. I grew up the biggest Big Ten fan of them all. My dad played in the Big Ten, and so now being able to have that dream come true, playing on my home field, in front of my family and some friends, it's gonna be incredible. I'm super pumped up.
My excitement level is through the roof. It's beyond what I can even express. It's so exciting to finally play football again and get the opportunity to be on the field this year and just have fun.
And to get ready for this game tonight, check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Ches Malusi is our first guest of the season, and we're talking all things Badger football, including a game of College Football 25. Show starts in a couple minutes right here on News 3 Now. Well, the Brewers opening up a 4-game series with the Reds this afternoon. First game of the doubleheader, tied at 4 in the 10th, and Sal Frelick gonna play hero. He grounds into a double play, but does his job bringing in the game-winning run. And Devin Williams says, I'll take it from there. Closing out the game with a pop-up. Brewers win in 10 innings, 5-4 the final. So the Badgers and Broncos kick off tonight at 8 o'clock. High school football starts at 7. Andrew will have those highlights coming up at 10 with week 2 of the final drive. For now, though, live at Camp Randall, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Zach, thank you. Looks like it's already an electric time over there.
And beautiful weather. You can't beat this for football weather, especially early in the season, too, with temperatures in the lower 70s for kickoff at the Badger game. Then we go down into the 60s. So if you're heading downtown for the game, bring a light jacket, or if you're heading out for any other high school football games this evening, it will be an evening where you probably just want to have that light jacket around. I think shorts will be okay too. We were talking earlier today, Brady's wearing shorts and the jacket to the Badger game. So there's your fashion forecast for tonight. 82 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. So a little bit cooler on Sunday as a cool front moves into the area. But that in and of itself is feeling really good. Average high temperatures for Labor Day is right around that 75-degree mark, and that's where we will be on Labor Day Monday. But it could be a cool start to Tuesday morning. We could be looking at some places as chilly as the upper 40s. So when you think just these past couple days you've had the AC on, you might want to consider shutting the window as we head towards Labor Day night and early next week, and then we warm up again.
Definitely. You know, what are we doing here? We should head over.
Let's get going.
Get some tailgates. We'll see you again tonight, News 2 Now at 10.